Hi folks, this is Vicki at patternprincess.com. Today I want to show you just a gorgeous stitch. It's a 3D zigzag waffle stitch, and you can see here that it just has lots of texture to it. And this is just a one row repeat. Once you get to row 3, I started it off with a row of double crochets and I ended it with a row of double crochets just to give it some nice stability if you're going to add a border to this. Now this is done in a solid color. That's one side. Here's the other side. Looks pretty much the same on both sides. And then I also have one here where I've changed yarn color every other row. This is a really pretty stitch for changing yarn color every other row. I do have a blanket pattern that is on the website already. And this stitch is used as a variegated yarn, so I did not have to change color every other row. And what I did here is I just carried the yarn up the side. And so on this one here, I would certainly have to add a border onto the edge, even if it's just a row of single crochet stitches just to cover that up. And this is how the border looks on the other side. Okay. So this is the 3D zigzag waffle stitch in a medium weight yarn. Then I did a sample with some yarn here. I got to make sure I have it right side up. Yes, I do. This is a number 5 yarn. This here, I should say, is a Karen Simply Soft I used, okay, with a size I 5.5 millimeter hook. This one here is Lion Brand Posh Twist, and it just comes out gorgeous. I'm actually working in a blanket with this same stitch pattern, but it's in a light blue and a white, and gosh, is it gorgeous. My grandson has already claimed it. He's my 3-year-old at the time of writing this and filming this and making the other blanket, and he comes over and he's squeezing it. He says, "Oh, Grandma, that's so squishy." And there's holes. He loves putting his toes and his fingers through the holes before he goes to sleep. So he has already claimed the blue one, which I'm not done with yet. But anyways, so this is the 3D effect, really nice, with a number 5 yarn, and I used a size L hook for that. Okay, so this is the 3D. I love it, and it's changing yarn color every other row, carrying the yarn up the side. Here's my carrying the yarn up the side. Of course, it looks pretty messy right now, but all you'd have to do is some single crochet or double crochet stitches around, and it looks really nice. And just love this. It's just a 1 row repeat, very nice, relaxing, easy pattern with gorgeous results. Okay, so without further ado, let's get going on the pattern here. Okay, the pattern has a stitch multiple of 12 plus 4. Okay, so I'll do a chain of 28. And if you're brand new to crochet, I'll do a couple chain stitches for you here. All right, I got my slip knot on my hook. We just yarn over and draw our yarn through. And continue to do this. Yarn over, draw your yarn through. Okay, and that is a chain stitch. So we're going to continue until we have 28 chains, okay? Okay, I have 28 chain stitches. Now we're going to do our first row. We're going to skip 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip 3. In the 4th chain from the hook, we're going to yarn over and work a double crochet. So insert our hook, yarn over, draw it through, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, and yarn over, draw through 2 loops. That's a double crochet, and the skipped 3 chain stitches counts as a double crochet. And we're going to repeat the double crochet, yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, and draw through 2 loops. So we're going to continue to work a double crochet all the way across. Oopsies. And you could work in the back bump on the other blanket that I did. That's also free on the website, patternprincess.com. That one, it uses variegated yarn, and I did work in the back bump. Okay. Just because it gives a little bit more stability to that first chain stitch if you're going to add on a border. That one I didn't add a border on, but so I wouldn't have really had to work in the back bump, but sometimes it's just nice to have that. So I'm going to continue to do my double crochet stitches all the way across. All right, so this is all we're going to do for row 1 is your double crochet stitch in every single chain across, okay? Okay, I have worked a double crochet stitch in every single chain across. And so this is row 1, this is done. So now we're going to start row 2. Row 2 we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That counts as a double crochet, so that counts as your first stitch in this chain right here, so that counts as that stitch. So what we're going to do is in the same stitch we're going to work another double crochet. All right, so we have chain 3 and a double crochet in the same stitch. Then we're going to skip 1 stitch and we're going to do 3 double crochet in that next stitch. So 1 double crochet, whoopsies, 2, and my yarn, every time I get on camera, it tangles up for some reason. It's a thing, I swear. Okay. Sorry about that. There's 3 double crochet in that one. Then we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then in the third stitch, we're going to do 3 more double crochet. And that's the repeating pattern all the way across now. 2, 3. Okay, skip 1, 2, and then the third stitch, we'll work a 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then that third stitch, 3 double crochet. I just love the texture on the number 5 weight yarn. I think this would be a little bit too much for a number 6 bulky weight or 7, but gosh, a number 5 it was great. 1, 2, 3. And when I have that next pattern up, I'll make sure that to post it on social media and have it on the website so you folks know. And there's 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 more double crochet, and we're almost to the end. And then row 3 is your repeating row. Pretty much if you can double crochet 1, 2, 3, you can do this pattern. It's just a lot of double crochet, and once you get rolling, it's a nice one to watch TV with. 1, 2, 3, and then what you'll notice, you're going to have 2 stitches left, and that is what you should have at this point, okay? 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to skip 1, and then the top chain of the 3 chains that you skipped, we're going to work 2 double crochet. Okay, and this is row 2. We're getting set up for our 3D effect now. And then row 3, the next row, is our repeating row, okay? Okay, let's go on to row 3. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That counts as that first stitch, okay? Counts as a double crochet. And the next stitch right here, we're going to work a double crochet. Then we're up to our 3 double crochet cluster. We're going to skip the first 2 double crochet, and then we're going to do a front post double crochet around the third stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook ahead of the stitch previous to the one we're working on, behind the stitch, and then ahead of the other stitch. So yarn over, draw your yarn up a little bit, and work your double crochet. That's 1. And we're going to do 2 more. And that's your pattern all the way across. And we're going to be working 3 front post double crochet. That's how we look right now. So we're going to skip 2 double crochet and do 3 front post double crochet in that next stitch, or the third stitch of that double crochet cluster. Okay, 2, Sometimes you have to pull it apart a little bit because it does like to stick. 3, skip 1, 2, get your hook behind that stitch, and we're going to do 3 double crochet. And I'll show you how it's looking in just a minute here. And I found when I changed yarn color, 2 rows of the same yarn color was really nice for accentuating the 3D effect. I found if I did more than that, it didn't really accentuate it anymore. But that's something interesting in the yarn. I'll leave that in for now. Sometimes I try and pull that out, or maybe even cut it off and tie a knot or do some kind of other join in it. Okay, 2, 3. Here's how we're looking so far. Let me show you. Do you see that? This creates that 3D effect because it does not lay flat once you work in that front, around the front post of that double crochet. And all you're doing is a 3 double crochet, but you're doing it as a front post. And it really brings those stitches out and makes them pop. So isn't this a nice fun pattern? And then also, because I don't have chain stitches in between, this does squunch up. It shortens up by about 2 inches from the initial chain stitch length that you start with, because it is a little bit springy and stretchy and squishy. Okay, and we're almost done. And then we're going to go to the last one here. And of course, I'll have all those tips and tricks and details in the written pattern as well for you. That'll be free on the website. Okay, now we have those last 2 double crochet right here. So we're going to do a double crochet on top of the next double crochet, and then a double crochet on top of the third top chain, the third top chain from the initial chain 3 of the row below. And this is row 3. And this is your, again, your repeating row. Okay, gosh, that bugs me. I don't know if I can pull that out. It's ugly. Oh, here it's going to pull out. I really hate that when you find some things in yarns, it looks at least a little bit better. Anyway, this is the 3D ZigZag Waffle Stitch. Okay, this is how it looks on one side, and this is how it looks on the other. And to start the next row off, again, it's the same stitch pattern, same repeat now. You do your chain 3, and then that counts as your first stitch. So you do a double crochet in the next stitch, and then you skip the 2 double crochets, and you do a front post double crochet around the next stitch. And that's all there is to it. Then you're going to end up with a double crochet in each of the last 2 stitches. And it really goes nice and fast. I just make sure I count my 3 stitches. And I take a look before I start my row to make sure that, because you can visually see, do I have 3? Do I have 3? I just kind of give it a glance over before I turn it and start my next stitches. So this is how it's starting to look after row 4. Let me turn around and show you. So we also have this ridge line here that starts, but this is a very nice pattern if you like to have a lot of texture. And again, it's a little, see how springy this is? It scrunches up very nicely. Very soft. This is a medium weight yarn, and it is very soft, and it has the nice 3D effect. Just very pretty. Okay, and then this was worked in number 5 yarn, and again, it's squishy, it's springy, it's soft, it's so fun to work with. And this is after changing yarn color every 2 rows. Okay. So I hope that you will give this pattern a try yourself, and I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Again, the free pattern will be on patternprincess.com. Take care, and thanks for watching.